I need some water. But I'm gonna live.
On YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Good morning.
Whew.
It's been a day.
I always feel like the elevator music is
I know.
missing,
Yeah, why don't we have background music? This is a request as I'm looking at Dan off camera.
Bring in some background.
We're live on Facebook.
Hi, Facebook. Welcome.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We got one more.
One more.
And then the whole crew's
And
here.
on Instagram.
Hey, now we're here.
Now we're here.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Cyber Monday. Very
Cyber
fine
Monday.
day. It's the first day of December.
It is. It feels so weird. This year went by way too fast.
It was so fast.
Oh.
I feel like my whole day started a little late, but I'm getting here. I'm here now. And yeah.
Yeah. Rare Finds and Oddities.
Ooh.
That is why we're here. So this is actually the first. We're going to be doing up to an hour live stream now. And then at 3 o'clock, David will be joining me.
Yes.
And it is a one-day only Rare Finds and Oddities sale. So
for
so
those
excited.
of us who don't know what Rare Finds and Oddities, would you like to tell what a rare find is?
yes. So Rare Finds, we consider Rare Finds things like prototypes, kind of one-offs, stuff that you can't get off of our normal site, but that's kind of due to like it not being a normal product that we make.
Right.
So
it's like the sample that maybe uses the wrong material,
Yeah.
or sometimes we use something that like we can't replicate, or we use a set of snaps that we can't find the die cast for anymore, or they don't make anymore. So there are a lot of really cool ones, and often they're things that like may come to be, but a
Yeah.
little bit different. So you're getting kind of a first look at some things that are maybe coming, maybe not. You never really know with.
or maybe they never came through because we chose a different path.
Right.
I would also consider a Rare Find things kind of like the tunin I'm wearing, where it's like there's nothing wrong with it. However, it's like kind of from the vault. And we only had like maybe 2 left.
Right.
And we're bringing it back. So things that have been kind of like locked away,
Yeah.
and we're only bringing it out like twice a year. So.
Right. Because if you get to the product page and there's one size 33 left, it can be frustrating. So we try to like minimize that experience for our customers, especially people who don't know about us and aren't familiar with our brand, and that we do limited size runs and small batch, super high quality pieces, either in the US or with some of our overseas partners. So we don't have like huge, deep inventory. We have like a few in most sizes, and then we try and skew it to the most popular sizes, but it's never perfect.
Yeah.
There's always that one leftover guy that's just not been loved yet.
Absolutely. And what are oddities, Willow?
So oddities are things that are a little bit broken in some way, or they have a little irregularity that we don't feel is at our top. Our standards are pretty high, I won't lie. We try to like really make sure the top stitching is excellent. Sometimes there's like a little something in the material itself that gets missed. So maybe there's like a popped, sometimes in a woven piece of fabric there can be some texture that's not consistent with the whole. And that would be considered an oddity. These are still extremely usable. There is usually no reason they can't be used. The quality is still really high, but we can't sell it as though it is a standard off-the-rack perfect product. So you can get a really good deal on some stuff that has a minor imperfection.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, so we open the vault twice a year because it's a lot of work, I would say, to like make sure logistically that everything can be on the site, and people, because there are only usually one of each of these items.
Right.
We can only do this twice a year, and so our next one's not till April, so it's a good time to peruse the wares.
And you can get something really unique that only you would have, either an oddity or a rare find. They both have that sort of element of like, this one is special. And I love that about them.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with us, if you have an issue with Shopify, it has been down and up and down. So sorry about that. If only we could control
The internet.
the weather and the internet, but we cannot, alas. So
We've tried.
reload it, clear
Yeah.
your cookies, those sorts of things.
Yep. And we do have an announcement on that part too. So we started batches at 8 a.m. and every other hour we're putting up new products. So keep going back to the page today. However, due to some of the Shopify issues, our next batch was supposed to be at noon. It'll probably be delayed a little bit just because the powers that may be. But we do promise there's a lot of really good stuff. I think we're saving some really big stuff for the last batch at 4 or whenever internet works, or Shopify works.
Basically,
So,
please live on our website today, all day.
All day.
We will be putting things out as we are able. We used to do it like always drips and drabs, and I think that stressed some people the fuck out because they had to be like constantly on alert. So now we do it at specific times so that people can like set their clock and go look. And we may not be able to do that depending on the internet. So
right. But if you're in our Discord already, you will know I've been keeping everybody updated as much as possible. If you're not, get over there. That's where you'll hear everything. Really, it's a fun community.
Yeah.
Like just a shout out for the Discord. People hang out, talk all the time, whether it's about Volante and clothes, but people also talk about their favorite nerdy things, gaming or clothing or
look
movies.
at this pie I made for Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
We have a channel for kind of things we made, because a lot of our community is really creative and it's nice to see and sort of share those things. I think that's something I love about our customers is that they value how things are made, and often they make things as well. Maybe not clothes, but maybe they make knives or they make pens. Yes, I'm looking at you. And it's really exciting to see their stuff. Or they made their kid a Camel Walker Halloween costume or like whatever. It's fun. Yeah.
I think we had some K-pop Demon Hunter things this year for like a kid's birthday party in the community, which was really fun. Yeah. I know our pen maker also makes rings, if we're talking about the same person.
I think we must be,
Yeah. And loves blue. And there's so many things that you learn about people in the community just by like hanging out with them. And so we're very thankful.
Yeah, no, I've said it before and I will say it again and probably until I die. The reason we do this is because the people are so cool. It is not easy to run a small business, but our customers are really like good, cool people, and that really makes it fun and makes it worth it.
Absolutely.
Should we play dress up?
I think we should.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of randomly pull things out that excite us and try them on and show you guys some really cool things. If you have recommendations of things you want to see, if you're like, hey, do you have anything in red or blue, just shout them out, and Dan, our lovely person behind the camera, moderator. Dan will shout them out to us, let us know, and we'll do our best to try to help you find things in your size, style, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have anything first?
Someone asked, what's your favorite Kirby pieces
in the
from this arrangement?
So I'm gonna pull one out while you're looking if you want. So this is one of my favorites, and we don't sell it anymore on the site. I own the same one in red, which I believe we do have a small left. This is adorable. I wore this to my sister's wedding because it's just such a cute, like I'm such a Lord of the Rings nerd too, so this is just like the perfect flowy dress.
I think what really makes this one is the fabric, although the cut is also super flexible and flattering.
Yeah.
We used a absurdly heavy fabric that just makes it sort of flow nicely.
Yeah.
It is a really good one.
Yeah. We don't really do dresses, so anytime there's an opportunity for a more feminine Volante piece, it's like jump on it.
To do. Yeah. No, agreed. Some of my favorite Volante women's pieces, I'm not sure we will see in this roundup, but I'm happy to tell you about them. I'm also not as familiar with exactly what we put up for Rare Finds this year because I've been trying to hire and do some orientation for our beautiful, talented events team, which you will begin to meet in person in all the places next year. We're really excited to have them on board, and so I've been kind of head down in that world. But some of my favorite women's pieces are probably this tuning crop. Is super cute.
It is.
It's a very flattering, kind of short, flirty little jacket, and then I would have to say like the big bads, like the Helsing.
Yeah.
Like I'm a sucker for the big bad. I want my coat to like
big and beautiful.
Be a bit of an event, but that may say something about me.
And we don't have them on the racks, but we do have some women cut Helsings on Rare Finds.
On Rare Finds, that's cool. Yeah.
So.
That's definitely one of my favorite pieces, and you can wear it in so many different ways, I think, and styles.
Yeah, that's what I love about that one. I mean, too, the bigger pieces that are like kind of like a statement piece, but like a Helsing, it does have like the browns and the grays. You can play it up or down, however you want, which is really nice. Yeah. Any other requests? Oh, sorry.
Go.
No, someone just said that dress reminds me of LOTR. Very pretty.
Yeah. It is in fact licensed from LOTR, the people, the book people, not the movie people, which is a license we used to carry. One of my all-time favorite fandoms.
Yeah, love it.
If I was ever gonna get a fandom tattoo, I'm not a huge tattoo person of things, but it would definitely be a Lord of the Rings tattoo, hands down.
And someone asked, do you guys still have or make the Borderlands 2 Siren Maya jackets?
No, baby, no.
I wish.
So one of the things you'll learn about Rare Finds is that some things do like come up out of the past, but that one is like, that boat has long passed. That was what, 2016,
I think
17?
so.
Like,
I was gonna say, if that boat was here, I would have taken it.
Yeah, we have some kind of similar cuts, I would say, coming, but not in the next 6 months. Like, in the next 12.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that's not a very satisfying answer. That is the time frame I'm dealing with more and more, which is a good sign for our organization, but it is like, what did we launch yesterday? Oh yeah, that's, we've been working on that for a year, so it's kind of bizarre to be in those two spaces at the same time.
Yeah,
but
and
it's really good.
I think our regular customers have heard us chime about it a lot, but like, if you're newer to Volante, like, when we start developing products, it's like, what, at least 6 to 8 months minimum.
It's a year at least.
A year at least. So if we're thinking of something today, like somebody's like, you should make this. If we were going to make that, they don't expect it for a year. Like that's how long it takes. Like even though we are a small company, like there's so many different steps in between then and now.
Right.
So.
We've already nailed down the product category and the general look and feel of all of our products for next year. So we haven't necessarily chosen the buttons and the fabric for everyone, but we have a direction for each of the products for next year, for example.
Yeah.
And that product development is so fucking slow, my friends. It is so slow.
Intentional.
It's easy to make one, which is part of the I think one of our strengths as an organization is that we can do all the hands-on work ourselves. So we get kind of like excited and we make a prototype and it looks pretty good because we're not bad at what we do. And then we have to wait like 9 months to get it. And so, that's just a fact.
Yep.
Someone asked, have you thought of making a Ghost Runner jacket?
The thing with licenses is they're a pain. They can be super satisfying and fun when everybody is on the same page about what we signed up for. We are unlikely to get a license like for Ghost Runner unless there's a bunch of products we really want to make from that IP. Like we would really love to do something with Expedition 33. Call us. We've had a few conversations, but because there's a world of design language that we would be really excited about, and there's a lot of iconic pieces that fit really well into our style. The other side of the coin is we take inspiration from all kinds of things. I would never say, no, there will never be a piece that has some elements of or is inspired by or speaks to the design language of, but we're almost never trying to make a replica unless it's in a really specific space. Even our Devil May Cry products and our Star Trek products, which are officially licensed, take some liberty. They take some, we've made our own design decisions. You know, there is no denim Starfleet jacket, for example, but we wanted to make something that felt modern and street wearable as well as Star Trek, and that blend is where this product came from, for example. That's my very long answer to your very short question, which is basically no, we don't have plans for a Ghost Rider jacket at this time.
Someone asked, any Kirby shirts this year? I just checked, the answer's no, but we have lots of Kirby cut, other stuff.
I don't agree with that assessment because we are working with a new product category this year, which is Pima cotton shirts, which is, you haven't heard it from me. I'm probably getting in trouble for this from mostly David, but we will. We will be making Pima cotton shirts, which if you know anything about materials, you'll know Pima cotton is like the most delightful, buttery, satisfying stuff you can make a cotton shirt out of. It falls well, it looks great, it's beautiful. Anyway, so we are making a series of Unifit shirts, that will truly be Unifit. I know we've made Unifit shirts in the past with a fairly inflexible material, and that limits how Unifit they really are. I myself have worn a number of these Pima cotton shirts, and I do have pretty big shoulders, so I do well with the men's cut. But we will do a fit test on a lot of different people to see how it works on a variety of bodies. But
Just for clarity, I was speaking specifically to our RFO inventory, which we don't have, but
Thank you.
That was really good. And then someone asked, can you guys show off the prototype, which I assume they mean the Victor.
I assume
a few of these.
but
I
two
think
of these.
there may be one in this drop too. Sorry, a couple of these.
All right, this is the big bad that everybody has been talking about all day.
With a little white hair on it for free.
Free 99.
Yeah,
white
these
hair.
are quite pretty. Here, shall I model it?
You should.
I think I will
It's
put
a
my...
41. Oh, there
It's
you
okay.
go.
It will be too big for me, but I will.
Sorry, microphone people, if you're hearing Russell. So this is a size 41. There are slight differences between number 1 and number 2, which
So
will
this
be
obviously
evident on
will
the site.
fit better on a male-bodied human, but here's what it looks like on moi.
Ooh. Fancy.
I
All
would
wool,
shorten
right?
the sleeves a little. Yes, this is all wool. So a very nice, it'll be quite warm, and it will also mold to you. Some of the thing, I mean, I love wool for that because it sort of like gradually adjusts to fit your body shape, which is like, don't hang it on like a cast iron hook at your door because you will have a weird bump. Put it on a hanger. Good tip. Anyway, it kind of molds to fit your body. So if I were to wear this for a long time, it would soften a little at the hip and give me a little bit more room, probably.
Yeah.
And you could even spray it with a little bit of water if you wanted it to shrink in like key places, so you can kind of mold a wool jacket in a cool way. But anyway, here's what it looks like.
Really nice. I mean, it's fun too because besides the Doom and the Dorian, I guess is a close second. We really don't have a lot of like really long wool.
That's true.
So this is like really unique. And somebody in the Discord asked earlier, I think it was James, why haven't we made a run of this? And I just said,
Crickets.
reasons.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Sign up to our mailing list for updated and upcoming launches. Thank you so much.
Someone asked 41M or W on that.
This is a
M.
men's cut. So I have a pretty broad shoulder base, and yeah, I just have huge shoulders, and that's my curse and my joy.
Same.
Sometimes it's great. I can wear a lot of men's coats, so.
Yeah.
Someone asked, not sure if it was talked about before in the beginning, but what ideas are in the making? Any sneak peeks for next year's plan?
Sorry, but I can't stay in this coat because it's too hot. But
Sneak peeks is next year's plans. I will leave that question in your court.
you mean you want me to get in trouble? And yeah, there are some big plans for next year. I did write a little like updated blog posty thing for like the overview of what the next year is kind of looking like, but I'm happy to kind of share a little bit. The first piece is that we are launching capsule collections in a big way, which means offering like a whole world of a look and not just one or two pieces at a time. If you've been with us for a little while, you know we've been making like 2 products maximum per month for the last whatever years. Usually it's 1 or 2 new things each month, but that tends to be really, well, there's a lot of good reasons why we won't be doing that long term, but the goal for us is also to offer like a whole world of, or a whole set of stuff so that you can kind of buy a look instead of just a piece. So that we think is exciting.
Absolutely.
There's other things attached to that that are coming soon.
I will say, and I know we've said this before, so that helps me. We have a lot planned, and I know we keep saying it. Next year is a really big year for Volante for many reasons. We have so many things going on. You know, we have VolanteCon going on, more conventions that we have in years, and another thing with the capsule collections, like there's a lot of love and work and like thought going into those, and so soon, TM, you will get some slow drips of some of the things we are having very soon, and it's all exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, it's the last couple of years have been like survive, rebuild, get back on track. Like, honestly, we did okay during COVID because we like got really intensely focused and hunkered down, but we didn't build anything future looking. So then in the following couple of years, like things were tough. And, you know, I want to shout out to anybody who bought during our sale in the middle of the summer.
New Game Plus.
Thank you. Our New Game Plus sale, because we were really like in a tight spot between our international manufacturing being like so much slower than anyone could ever have predicted.
Yeah.
So we kind of had nothing to sell for a chunk of months, and that is deadly for a business of our size. So what we did was New Game Plus, and I'm so grateful for people who pitched in or who shared it or who... We have a lot to be grateful for this year, and you are the biggest piece of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Try on some stuff.
Yeah.
Browse.
Another thing I love to do on the Discord is to advise that tie or not that tie or this or not that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever want to like play dress up, you can get online and what else is new this? Ooh.
Yeah. I will say one of the things going into kind of your topic of like full universes is pants. So this year we came back with pants, 3 different styles of pants, and we do have a number of pants that have made their way into the oddities category for very minor things. This one, for instance, we have little tags telling us where
What's wrong with
the
them?
deformity or anything is. It is so tiny. It's this plastic melt mark on the waist. So these pants are perfect except for one tiny
Oh yeah, there's a teensy
little
little
smudge.
brownish,
kind of walk
blackish.
this up. Very small.
So that would have been probably while they were cutting and sealing off the ends of these, a little teensy piece of hot plastic got here on these pants. That's the most likely scenario. But yeah, it's on your butt and you may not even notice it.
May not even notice it. And like, so these, in a situation like this, these will be offered at a good discount and like very minor imperfections. That's what we say when it's like imperfect or like something's wrong with them. It's not always like there's a giant hole in the leg. It's like
this is a
tiny
big
things.
one. This is a big one. Like this is probably the biggest our oddities ever get. So this went on a skid in a freight shipping kind of not accident, but you know, FedEx is not always gracious with your stuff. I'm sure you've shipped things in the world before. And anyway, sometimes it comes out looking like this. This is like one of the last ever waxed revolutionary Kenways.
I believe it is the last one.
Yeah.
That
It's a
is not
size 37. So if you are on the slighter side, you might get lucky. To me, this like, I've been watching John Adams on HBO because I'm a huge history nerd. This to me like looks like an authentic, like if you were doing reenactment or something, you would want to fuck this jacket up so that it looked like this. But anyway, that's up to you.
Trying to think of anything else that has come our way. Ooh, so I think these are some of the last few left.
Oh.
Helsing's in Night Watch.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Night Watch in a while.
Yeah, nice watch. This is a 43 men's, so
53 men's.
thank you, a 53 men's, pretty. I love this color scheme because it's like almost all black and then it's got like a little
something.
A little sliver of something else underneath.
I see Dan's face behind the camera. This may be his after today.
Someone asked what boots you are wearing, Will.
Oh, I would love to talk about my shoes. Thank you for asking. These are from Trippin, which is a German company that makes handmade shoes. And so they are, it's sort of slow fashion. And they've made shoes for for some of the Star Trek. No, I'm mixing that up. But they have made shoes for some movies and stuff. But I have an eBay alert so that at any time anybody ever lists them in my size, I go and look because they're really comfortable and they're like built like sincerely to last. Yeah, these are the Get-Up variety. It was a steal when I found them. So yeah.
They're so funky. I love them.
Yeah, I'm all about the shoes, and the funkier the better.
Yeah.
As long as I can still stand in them. I can't do high heels since I had kids. Womp womp. But anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You are a
Funky
shoe
boots.
person, so if anybody can get creative with a shoe.
Yeah, no, if it weren't clothes, it would be shoes for me. If I were designing something other than clothes, it would be shoes.
Volante shoes when?
It is one of my big dreams, definitely. And we would love to make things that go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little bit of a different thing, you know, apples and oranges, coats and I mean, we've been a coat company for a long time. Now we're doing pants and shirts, which has been a huge learning curve and a good one. Yeah. One that I think we're finally really like owning enough of like we have enough options. It's not like a shirt. It's like a few shirts and a few pants. Yeah. I wouldn't say not next year.
Yeah, definitely not next year.
Don't hold your breath. Go and buy yourself a decent pair of shoes in the meantime.
Yeah. I was gonna say, David also is, I feel like, a shoe aficionado. So we do have a channel in our Discord server that's pairing recommendations. Yes. And many of the members in the community have a lot of really great recommendations, and then sometimes Willow/David will toss in some really good options.
Fluvog is another favorite. They are not the right shape for my feet for some reason, but I love how they look. I own a pair that I rarely wear because they're wildly uncomfortable, but they're badass, so sometimes it's worth it. Yeah. What are you most excited about?
For Rare Finds?
In Rare Finds.
Ooh, so I found these earlier, which...
Oh man,
I'm at
the oldest product.
So my husband, low-key, it's his birthday today, and he is a giant Mega Man fan, so I may be also grabbing one of these today before I leave, but it is a Mega Man or Proto Man?
This is Proto Man.
This is Proto Man. So either way.
David and I argued for so long whether we should make Mega Man and Proto Man, and he won out in the end because I was like, do people really want to be Proto Man? And he's like, you cannot make Mega Man without Proto Man. And he did his whole actually approach. And ultimately, he wore me down and we did both.
Yeah.
But
it looks great though.
Yeah, no, it does look great. And this is his booster arm, and like, we designed those to. Yep. Fun.
It's very fun.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't think I saw this last time in Rare Finds, or at least we didn't pull it out of the vault.
Yeah.
To put on camera. So when I found that earlier, I was like, oh, we're bringing that up. We are bringing that up.
This is a very pretty color. Oh yeah. Well, no wonder I like this color. It's another
blue.
Lord of the Rings, and it's blue. Yeah. 41.
51.
It's a pretty one. Thank you. I have a numbers problem today, I guess. Worse than average. Worse than average.
Let's see what else we got.
These are gorgeous. This is a really thick. These are just the last of them, or no? Do they have a little mark on the front?
Tiny, tiny, tiny. Literally like a pen.
Yeah.
If anything.
Not even.
Not even.
This one, mark on front. This is just a really gorgeous material. This one is the pre-shrunk one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We'll check. But it's just lovely, lovely thick shirting. Yep, this one's pre-shrunk. I just love this fabric, to be honest. I'm a bit of a fabric nerd. You would never be guessing, I know. But this is a fabric we actually had made. A lot of our fabrics are custom made for us because we're picky, 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 and we have to get it just so. So we're like working to find the best material for the job, and I love these sort of stiff shirts. I'm excited to be doing Pima cotton for like the opposite reason, because it'll be super soft and lovely and buttery. But there's also something really elegant about a stiff white shirt because it looks, it has presence. It like stands in a way.
We don't have a lot of white or black shirts left.
That's
so
true.
We had the Scoundrel shirts launch, or kind of restock this year.
Yeah.
And they went fairly fast.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for that last, like, white and black is just, it's simple. It can pair with a lot more options just because it is a neutral. So if you're looking for one of those,
100%.
now's the time.
Yeah.
To steal. This is really cool too. So this is one of the, this is a direct example of a nice rare find, which is a sample of the Riker jacket, the Star Trek Riker. So this is one of the first, if not the first one ever made. So we could kind of build it.
That means David or Emily probably made it?
Yes.
If that matters to you. But they're both excellent stitchers.
Yeah, absolutely. So made in-house, really when the first step that we take after David kind of mocks it up on his computer is to make a sample. Yeah. So this is the first. We're
often faster at making a sample than at critiquing an online version because we did come from such a, like, when we started this, way back in the day, I used to cut stuff out and like, we used paper patterns like everybody starts with. And we would cut it out and sew it together, and it was way faster. We didn't have any digital tools because they cost money, haha. So we had 0 digital tools, although they're way more available now than they used to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our first pattern digitization is a crazy story. We made, those of you who are new to Volante design, we made the eagle, which we originally launched as the Kenway, and we put it on a very rudimentary website, and we sold it like really quickly, and we were shocked because it was just me and David. We were living with 4 other people in a house, and we lived in my room where I paid the rent, and his room where he paid the rent was a studio space. So we were doing paper patterns and cutting everything out by hand. And so when we sold like 130 of the Kenway, which we got a cease and desist on now, then we called it the Eagle, which was a good adjustment, problem solved. And we sold the Eagle for many years after that. We had to figure out how to do manufacturing. So the first thing we did was go to find someone who could digitize our pattern. These people do not have good websites. But there's a woman on the North Shore who digitizes patterns, apparently. She uses an old Electra is the software that she used. And it's like this big pad, and you have this like clicker, and you go to the different points of the pattern, and you like input, this is the top corner, or this is a notch. And she would like scan in the stuff. She was a chain smoker. And we came down and like met her, and she was like, sure, no problem, I'll digitize your pattern and go away, you crazy people. And so we left we drove down to the North Shore, and then we like wrote to her or called her, and she never answered, and we were like, what happened? And then like a month later, we got our pattern back and all of its bits in a box, and it smelled aggressively like cigarette smoke. And she was like, your pattern is insane. No one could digitize this. Figure it out. So at that point, we decided to do our own pattern work because there was nobody else like anywhere that we could find that would digitize our patterns.
Yeah.
Nobody did this. So we just literally had to figure it all out from scratch. And that's basically how we got into making digital patterns. And yeah, nobody was going to do it for us. And we couldn't make 140 jackets in anywhere near the time frame we had promised. I think we said a couple of months lead time, but making a single custom piece, anyway, it was just, we had to figure out how to do some manufacturing.
Yeah. Feels like that's very much even the challenge over a decade later, where it's like, hearing some of the stories internally about like manufacturing, like I feel like a lot of people who make the really bold, cool designs lean into like costume territory so that everything is cheap and thin. And we don't do that. Like, we're like, okay, how do we make this look the coolest and also be the best material and like be the most functional? And it's like, that's a lot of the reasons why things don't take, like, aren't quick. Yeah. Because we have to like keep those in mind and everything in balance.
David's sister runs a restaurant, and she has a bakery, and she and her partner always say, you can either have things fast, cheap, or good. You can pick 2 at the most. Fast, cheap, or good. And we're like, okay, we can do one of those things really well, and it's not fast and it's not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a Mandalorian-inspired piece with a little removable shoulder pauldron. This is not my size. I cannot close it across the front, but I think it is still rather dapper. It's a wax cotton canvas. It's one of my favorite materials, I think, broadly, because it just feels like armor. I love that about it. I mean, it's solid. So.
Yeah, someone was asking what that was. It's called the Bounty Hunter, I believe.
It is called the Bounty Hunter.
And
we haven't acquired the Disney license. Don't worry, it's called the Bounty Hunter.
Inspired, not replicated, legally distinct.
Got a few things here. Someone said, just want to say I've been following you guys since finding a post on Blogspot back in 2010. Proud of how far you've come. And then a lot of people giving hype for Proto-Man, so it seems like some validation for BB there.
Yep.
And someone asked, is there a reason why you guys decided on RFO being a one-day event
instead of 2? Great. Good question. I think we just felt it was more streamlined. If we had so much to offer, we might expand it to 2 days again.
Right.
It depends a little on what our offerings are or it's quite a lot of behind-the-scenes logistics to put stuff up and down, and make sure we've labeled everything correctly so that no one double buys it or double sells it or blah, 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 blah. So we've tried to limit the chaos to like one day.
Yeah.
I think that's the main reason. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say, logistically, it's definitely a lot smoother. Not to say that we'll never have another 2-day RFO event again. I think exactly like Willow said, if we have enough offerings where it really feels like people would benefit from having like 2 days stretched out, we would absolutely look into that. I know as far as items being on sale, you have till, I believe it's till noon tomorrow. So we do want to give people time. You know, of course, some of you may be at work right now and catching this live stream hours later.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we can have it available as long as possible, but also being that it is something that has to kind of always have somebody paying attention to it. We just kind of wanted to streamline it a little bit more because we have a lot of other things that we're working on, which is also very exciting.
Yeah. And Black Friday and all of that, like we kind of, there's so many days of like, buy stuff today in the like last month that we just like wanted to be cool, chill. Yeah. Like it's just this day where you can have a bunch of our cool weird
exactly.
samples. So we'll adjust as needed.
Absolutely.
I'm not much for following the rules, as you may know.
Someone asked, you mentioned doing more conventions next year. Is there or will there be a list of those cons?
Yes. So we update at the footer of our website. There is, right now it still says 2025 convention schedule that will be updated for 2026. As soon as it is, I will post it in the Discord.
Soon TM? Yeah.
Soon TM, because we're also still like double checking all the locations and cons that we're going to. And as soon as that list is updated, we will have a social post going out on social media and Discord. Y'all will know first.
And it will probably also be in the footer of our email for a couple of weeks just to be like, and by the way, it's here. Here's where you can see us. And it may not, like it's never totally set in stone. Like this year we were able to go to PAX Unplugged, which was a huge, which was really fun and great to do. And we knew about it like 2 weeks before we got in.
2 weeks before it happened.
Before it happened.
Which was...
Before like the door opened. Yeah. So that is true for events. There is, there is the plan and then there's what happens and they're rarely the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. But I would say too, let us know where you want us to be. Obviously, we can't just go to every single con that people shout out, but if we hear time and time again that people want us to go to certain cons, then we can at least consider it.
We will investigate for sure. We're also not married to doing like Comic Con. If you think there's an event that would really suit us, we are at the moment looking for either this year and also next year in the coming years for events that like really feel like the right fit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our staples, like I know PAX East, you know, hopefully Unplugged will be part of that circuit. You know, New York Comic Con, like some of those will like kind of be staples, but then others we're trying to suss it out.
100%.
Someone said, I'm tuning in a little later. Sorry if you already said, but what's your most favorite piece that is going up part of today's RFO?
Please do not be sorry, because you have lives, and we understand completely. I pulled out a couple examples. Do you have another favorite you would like to pull out?
Well, I'll pull out a dramatic example and a minimalist example. I think this one is so much fun. Yeah. You will get some attention if you decide to take this fellow home. It's a 39 men's, like so many of our prototypes. Love the material, love the cut of it. It's just a little funky. We kind of make things in a variety of, I would say, comfort zones. Like, this is on the bolder side, for sure. And I like that about it. And then, again, I think the material on this shirt is outstanding. And that makes it like this crunchy white. I love that. I think that that is so simple and elegant. I really like simplicity in a lot of design. You know, I think it's great to have a piece that's dramatic. Obviously, I'm wearing ridiculous boots, and I would wear a big jacket, but I would also choose pieces that like are underspoken and less obvious, I guess. Yeah. And that to me is one of those pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too because like we do have a lot in our Novus Noir collection for like bold vests, and so I've always kind of appreciated the subtle shirt that really lets the vest scream, but it's a supporting character.
Yeah.
So like both can't be like the main protagonist. Like somebody has to be the sidekick or the supporter.
Yeah.
And to me, like that's sometimes like the combo screams that, where it's just like this is meant to be with this, and it's solid, it makes it way more solid.
Yeah.
Frodo needs Sam.
100%. And at the get-go, you think Frodo is the cool one, and then as you get older, you start to think, oh man, it's really Sam. It's always been Sam.
It's always been Sam.
It's always been Sam.
Always. Other ones, this I pulled out already, and if people were excited, and if you're just tuning in, Proto Man.
Proto Man. This is an officially Capcom licensed piece. We did this for the Capcom store first because of our good friend at the Capcom store at the time who has gone on to do other things. But he was basically like, I have this clothing company I love. Could we make a product with them? And somehow he got that through the Capcom store.
Nice.
So we made the Mega Man jacket with them first as an exclusive for their store, and then they granted us the license to do it for ourselves.
Yeah.
After that, a year or two later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Someone asked, any other women's pieces coming up later today?
Wow.
You would know that better than I. This is a really cute women's.
A really cute women's cut.
Oh, it's so cute. Let me put it on for you because it's so cute. I didn't even know it was there.
35.
That'll
So
work.
this is a size 35. I wish we had more of these.
I want one of these is what that means.
I know. I do have a wish list of things that we don't have anymore that I'm like, one day.
So what's so outstanding about this one is the waistline, in my opinion. It's nice material, and but wait, just wait. Just wait. Just look at that. Tell me that's not cute. It makes everybody look like they have a waist, whether they have one or not. It's absolutely irrelevant. This one is a little small for me, but I would probably be the next size up. But yeah, just a really solid little jacket with a great cut. Yeah, this one's too small for me, but I like it.
Yeah. We have at least 2 size 35s. I think that may be all that's available. So if you are on the
size
smaller
35.
side,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's any.
This is aviator satin. So we don't use a lot of like swishy material, but this is like a aviator satin, which means that it's sort of designed with aviation in mind, hence the name. So it's relatively windproof. I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it's going to do a nice job. It's like a really, really good windbreaker, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Didn't see that one in the nook.
Yeah, I would say there are not a ton of women's cuts specifically this round. The dresses, I will pull it back out in case somebody didn't get to see it earlier. We do have at least 2 Lothlorien dresses. This one is in 2XL, and then we also have 1 small in the red.
These are ridiculously size flexible, so if you are even in the range of 2XL, you shouldn't have an issue.
Yeah, like I go between like, say like 2X is my normal size and normal size, like a lot of standard clothing.
We know sizing is bullshit.
Sizing is bullshit. And I could even wear like a medium large. Right. It just depends. For me, I recommend for folks to bust. Bust range is probably the most important just because of the draping here and your comfortability level. But yeah, it is very.
How much bust do you want to show?
And how much bust? How busty
How
would you be?
busty would you like to be?
How
Yeah.
busty? The tie on the back. I don't even think we showed that before.
Oh yeah.
It's got a cute little.
So I designed this so that you could like cinch it basically. It's kind of like, yeah, it's stitched down to here and then it's loose from here to there. So if you need the room, there's plenty there. And then you can pull it in and it like bunches nicely rather than like, it has an expected bunch.
Yeah.
As part of the design, so yeah.
You can tie it in like a cute little bow too. Like I've done that when I've worn it. You have like a cute little bow in the back and it feels nice. And of course, pockets.
Naturally.
We need pockets.
We
and deep
need
pockets, not like fake little
Yeah.
like actual pockets.
Yeah.
What I'm wearing right now too, it is also a size smaller than I would normally wear, but we do have some tune-ins, cropped tune-ins in light side available still. So this is a size 47W. If you'd like one of that. And I just realized there's a pocket.
Yes, there is.
That's fun.
Phone pocket or whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go ahead, question.
Yeah, someone asked, any chance of cyberpunk jackets in the future, not the game, but the aesthetic?
Yes, is the answer.
Have you met David?
Probably not. Probably not based on that question.
Ask David.
Yeah.
He'll let you know. I think there was actually a poll a few months ago about people's cyberpunk aesthetic colorways, or color combinations, I should say.
Cool.
Because cyberpunk, my favorite is the classic like teal, pink, purple, kind of like bluish purple kind of spectrum, but there's like a lot of different ranges.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think is the worst product we've ever produced?
Oh gosh. The worst product we ever?
Oh, so disclaimer, we never put anything out that we don't think is interesting, that we're proud of, that we don't believe in. But some products have not worked. Here's one.
Ooh.
Have not. But, I mean, there's no way to skin the cat.
Yeah,
this product
I was gonna
looked spectacular on our then technical designer, who was a super funky gal named Coco, and she wore like jeans and blue boots and this, and she looked so fly in this. We were like, this works. And we thought it was more approachable than it is. I still think it's cool, and it did not work from a people did not feel good in it perspective. So that was clear. The product itself is the Augment Blazer, and it has worked well in other colors, but not in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are a few of these. They are bold. We know that. Maybe you can pull it off. Some people can. It's not the average person who can pull off that one.
Yeah.
Someone asked, have you guys found a venue for VolanteCon?
We have. We will have it at the Northampton Center for the Arts, which is a really cute little, it's not cute, a really gorgeous, modern arts building where we will rent out, depending on however many of you come, some amount of the building or all of the building. So yes, we're really excited about that. There are a lot of good hotels in the area. There's a lot of good food in the area. Seems like a good fit for us.
Absolutely. And we'll help you out too. So like we're still in the very early stages of development, but of course we wanted to give people a save the date as soon as we committed because you guys need to figure out planning and traveling, but I'm sure we'll probably write up a nice blog post with like,
here are some hotels, here are our favorite restaurants. You may wish to think about flying into Hartford and not into Logan, but that's up to you. Here are some of the hotel shuttles that come from Hartford and not Logan. But anyway, yes.
Always do Bradley if you can.
Always do
It's
Bradley.
so small. Oh. It's not the tiniest airport I've ever seen, but it is small enough where
it has 2 terminals.
It's easy. Yeah.
So that's pretty small.
International and domestic, and like
that's it, friends.
That's it. It's so easy to get through. Yeah.
I am so excited about VolanteCon, and I'm so heartened by the people who said they are coming. There is always this fear that like you put something out there that you think is amazing, and people are like, yeah, whatever.
Cool, bye.
So I'm like so heartened by your enthusiasm and your supposed attendance, which we will see about when it comes to pass. Yeah.
Someone asked, would you guys ever sell at a convention in Canada?
So we have sold at a convention in Canada. David and I did Montreal Comic Con, and we did another one that I've forgotten the name of. And it was a great experience. We really enjoyed being in Canada, it was great to meet people in Canada and do the show. The show was fun. And there were some major sort of like translation challenges for us. One, our pricing looks really scary if you go from American dollars to Canadian dollars. We haven't priced things like to hit in good places for people. So like we're always, if something needs to cost between, if it needs to cost between $300 and $350, we try and position it somewhere so that it feels manageable and feels right. This is a fact about pricing. Like we tend to try and price it at like $295 so that you get the best deal and so that we still make the margin we need in order to continue to exist. That little thing. And then, that was problem A. We were not really priced in Canadian in any way that worked for people. And problem B was the duties and import-export thing was a bear. So we ended up paying a huge amount to get our stuff into Canada, and then a huge amount of, another amount to get it out of Canada again. So I don't know if that's gotten any easier since whenever we did that con. It was a long time ago. I would love to do them. We might go with a mannequin and 2 coats, or a size run of coats or something, but not next year.
maybe one day. But yeah. I know there's a lot, tariff situation too is a lot
fishy
still
mess.
Weird. So yeah, I know all those are kind of factors outside of our control.
Totally. Mm-hmm. We would love to go to Gamescom in Germany. We would love to go to London Comic-Con. I think it's called MCM, something like that. We would love to go to Tokyo Game Show. We would love to go to, not E3 in Paris, it's called Paris Games Week. Yeah, there are a lot of places we would love to go. And if you're putting us up and paying for the flights, we'll be there tomorrow. Call us. But there's this little practical element of all the money has to add up. Yeah. Other questions? What was your favorite meal at Thanksgiving? Did you do that?
Oh yeah, totally. So I mean turkey.
Turkey?
Turkey, yeah. My in-laws did the traditional. It was turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potato, and some extra fixing. Nice. And my favorite thing is I cook, but I am not in love with cooking personally. And so having my mother-in-law, who has been since retired for the past few years, she really gets into cooking as many things as possible.
Oh, wow.
So it was really a big smorgasbord of the classic American turkey, Thanksgiving meal. And so it was really nice to just sit down to a really nicely cooked, warm, cozy meal.
That sounds delightful.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
How about you?
My stepmother makes a standout stuffing from scratch. She makes it with Italian bread and Ritz crackers and all the carrots and whatever. And so that's always really good. I made an apple tart that came out really nice. Yeah, we ate well. No one went home hungry. It was yeah. But I have to say the stuffing. Stuffing is the standout.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still have a good sized chunk in my fridge and in the Tupperware containers, because that was the first text I got on Thanksgiving was, we can't wait for you to get here. Bring all of the Tupperware you have. So we're okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, when it's crunchy on the bottom and the top and a little soft in the middle, that's that's the dream right there.
Perfect.
Someone asked, I recently accidentally ripped off one of the buttons from my beloved Helsing. How would I go about getting it repaired?
Good question.
Great question.
Would you like me to take it, or would you like to?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind taking it.
Great. So there are two answers depending on how large the hole is that you've ripped into the fabric. If you have ripped a meaningfully sized hole, you will need to first patch the hole before you want to put on a new button. Without knowing that, I don't know exactly which way to head you. We can do a couple of things for you. You can certainly ship it back to us and we can fix it for you for a small charge. But you can also get it done by your local dry cleaner, tailor, etc., and it'll probably cost you much less and be faster. So at that point, if you still have the button, great. If not, you can email us and we will mail you one. And if you also need a little patch of the material, we can see what we've got depending on your time frame and your Helsing's sort of age. We will have or won't have, but we may be able to find you a piece of fabric to patch that hole. What I would do is basically reinforce the spot with a crisscross. I would do the patch around this, and then I would do a crisscross, and then I would put the button back on.
General PSA too, and this is for any weird scenarios where it's button fell off, zipper's having an issue, help, what do I do? Our customer service team is really, really good at being able to look at the specific products you have and give you all of that written down and also guide you along the way too. So even if it's something that we can't help in-house, they have a really good idea of hey, I've heard of SOIS in this area, they really try to capture as much of that information as possible so that they can help pass along the knowledge.
Ellen, who answers our customer service questions, is also our repair gal. So you're talking to the most qualified person about fixing your issue.
I had a button fall off of one of my pieces once because it accidentally was popped off, and it was just Ellen, help.
Fall off. This is a fact of life. Buttons fall off. I've had people come to our booth and be really mad, the button fell off, and I'm like, welcome to the real world where sometimes our hair falls out and our buttons fall off, and these things do happen.
Let's see. Someone asked, would you ever consider revisiting bracers in other IPs similar to the Assassin's Creed bracer, but other licensed emblems?
Interesting.
I would never say never. That's the
yeah. Not a plan, but never out of the question.
Right.
I think a lot of those things, like a lot of those questions, like would you do this? Would you do this? Like we can kind of tell you if we're
hella
maybe gonna do it, or like maybe like never again, or I will never touch this. But overall, like things come up. I mean, we made how many different variations of the battle tacit, which was literally started as, hey, it's April, here's a funky thing that David wanted to make, and then people fell in love with it and kept selling it out, and then it was like, well,
okay, well, we have to restock
now we're making more.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the initial plans, but y'all asked for it, and it helps.
Well, and often we can't do that because we are making things overseas in a limited batch production where we've made just the right amount of material to make that set of things. So once in a while, a product does really well that we can actually restock, and that's really exciting. That is not at all the guarantee.
No.
I wish we could just instantly restock anything that worked well. It would be very helpful. But alas, the world is not so convenient.
No.
Someone asked, can you give us a tease of what's in the pipeline that won't get Willow in trouble?
No.
No. No. Literally
no.
All I will say is because of, and again, I have to think of
the Venn
diagram of what I can think of.
And what you can say. And
because we're doing things so well-rounded, and like to Willow's point earlier, not a vest here today, a vest there tomorrow, a lot more things domino effect. Yeah. And so if we let you know one thing, likely that's a lot more things.
We think the cat is much bigger, so if we show you its foot, you'll know. You know, we can't let the cat out of the bag, sorry.
Full circle.
Sorry, I should have started with that.
Why are we talking about cats and their feet?
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think I'm a specialist at that. I'll tell you the point I'm making after I give you a sideways weird entry point. Sorry, it is what it is.
What's the new saying around the office? Sorry, but it will happen again.
I'm sorry it's inconvenient for you, but it will happen again. Yeah. It's true.
Ta-da.
Well, I'm sorry it's impractical. I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us for this Rare Finds live stream. It's a pleasure to be on a live stream.
Absolutely.
Because of my scheduling and my very small children. I am not on here as often as I would like to be, and it was really a pleasure to spend some time chatting with you and with them. I think there will be another one this afternoon at 3.
3 o'clock with David. So David will be coming on with me. It was also such a pleasure having you because you're not available sometimes when we get to do these things. Our next drop, if you didn't hear before, was supposed to be at noon. It will be slightly delayed because Shopify issues persist. But as soon as it's available, look in the Discord. I will let you guys know as soon as everything is up for that batch. We do have batches also at 2 and at 4 will be the final batch. Shopify issues depending.
Allowing.
Allowing. And then everything after 4 o'clock or after we give the final ring will be available till noon tomorrow when the vault locks up again. Closes.
Yeah. These are some, you can get some great items at a deep discount, which is not our usual MO.
No.
So, thank you so much. Stay badass. Come and chat with us on the Discord.
Yeah. Do the thing.
Have a great week if we don't hear from you. It's a crazy week after Thanksgiving in some families and households, and so keep together. Yeah. Have a good week.
You got this.
You got this. Wear a good outfit. That helps you get through it. I think, personal opinion. Thank you so much.
Yep. Bye.